Well, hello, everybody. Just want to jump on here real quick and man, the more and more and more that I look at this situation with Russia and with the Wagner group, the attempted coup that happened in Russia, and of course, even all this news on the submarine, the submersible that exploded. Now we find out that the news of the explosion happened much, much sooner than what we were being told. We're going to cover that tonight on the Big Picture Live News, and you just need to be there tonight. 7 o'clock Rumble, 7 o'clock YouTube Central Time. If you're watching this on Facebook, stop what you're doing right now. Go to youtube.com/Larry Ragland. Subscribe and get ready for tonight. It's only a couple of hours away. Sandy and I will be coming live to you. We're going to be covering, let me just tell you some of the news that we're going to cover tonight. Let me just pull this up and just give me a little list here of what we'll be covering. These are some of the things that you'll hear tonight on the Big Picture Live. Let's see, did I lose y'all? There you are. We're going to be covering, as I said, the U.S. Navy revealing why they did not tell us for 4 days that they already knew, while the news was reporting. They've only got so much oxygen left. What were they distracting us from? I think most of you probably know, but we're going to go a deep dive into that of exactly what it really was. We're going to talk about how James Cameron, the maker of the Titanic movie, we're going to reveal his comments that he had discussed concerning this submersible, cautions they had put out. A train has been derailed in Yellowstone. I mean, the most beautiful place in all of America. A bridge collapses, and why in the world does these trains keep derailing and going into water? I mean, the hazardous materials into the waters of Yellowstone. Come on. This is where some of the most amazing animals in the world are. And we have another train derailment. We're going to talk about the IMF and many global entities quickly furthering their push towards CBDC and digital currency. We are going to address head on, as tonight is a very significant night. June 26th, at the time of this recording, is a very significant night in historic, quite frankly, the fallen gods of the old, the return of the gods. You've read of Jonathan Cahn's book, and of course we're right at the end of this month called Pride. And June 26th was a very, very significant night. 20 years ago, tonight, something very significant happened, and thousands of years ago on the Babylonian and Jewish calendar, it lined up on what would be the equivalent of June 26. We're going to talk about that and why some of the things are happening the way they're happening. Of course, we're going to have our paranormal update. We're going to talk about some things about AI that are just robots. I mean, dogs that are shooting flamethrowers. They're releasing dogs, robotic dogs, military dogs that shoot flamethrowers. We're going to talk about the CBDC fingerprint that's coming and many other things. And then one of the big things, a lot more than this, than what we're talking about just on this little clip, but BlackRock that you've heard a lot about. We ain't talked about BlackRock in a while. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, is back in the news this week, and the things that he says are shocking. I did not see this coming from him, of all people, of how maybe the pushback on all the woke things in the world might be triggering some things, might be actually doing some good. So yeah, so I'll be there tonight on the Big Picture Live, 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to show you what all these news items are distracting you from, and we're going to be very honest with you and up front with you and frank in our discussion on the Big Picture Live. Sandy will be with me in the studio, and we might talk about the wank wank. Probably we'll talk about some kind of wank wank, and we'll remind you, like we always remind you every time that we're together. We ain't woke. but we certainly are awake. So tonight, I'll see you there on the Big Picture Live, 7 p.m. Rumble and YouTube, Facebook. Get over there now. Get over there now. See you tonight. See you tonight.